So got our crab pots here, and here we are in July. Not traditionally a month known for mud crabs, but we've had a bit of rain about, and so I'm going to give it a go because it's definitely worked for me before. So I've just come on my sounder and looked at my spots, and I've found another of these spots where I've caught the crabs before. So I like to GPS the marks. Now also on my rope here, you'll notice that I've got some leads on there as well, and they help sink the rope to ensure, you know, it doesn't get struck by propellers. Also got a nice clear float there. Make sure the bait's on the bottom, and let's get this pot in. So sink it down. I like to hold on to the rope, make sure it's sitting flat, it's not on an obstacle. That's nice and firm on the bottom. So let that rope over. Make sure you leave enough rope that if the tide comes or a lot of rain during the night, it won't sink. So put that nice and securely, throw it out, and then I just GPS mark it, and so I know where to come back to. So there we go, let's get the next potting. Okay folks, so I like these big crab pots, these quick setup crab pots with huge big bait holders, because I like a lot of bait. So some chicken carcasses here I've got from the butcher, nice and cheap. So I get 2 of those in. So that's plenty of smell and bait for these pots, and that's all ready to go. Get my float and some weights there to keep it down. So we'll go and find our spot and get that in. So I like this nice bits of drain just here that are draining out, that will run out with the fresh water will run out, and hopefully with it, over the fresh from the rain, will hopefully drag the crabs out with it and bring them out to well. Set up pots here from Wilson, and we go snap, 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 and how easy is that? Very, very easy. Let's get that in. So here we go on our quick setup pot again. So it's just a matter of lifting like that, and you are all set up. Easy as that. Get our float out and the bait in, and yeah, much easier pot to set up. There's that muddy mangroves, little bits of drains running off. So I want that pot just out a couple of metres with the tide falling from that little drain. So nice and close, making sure that's nice and firm on the bottom and flat, and get our float in, and we're away. So that's the last pot, so I'll just GPS that, and yeah, let's hope come back in the morning and got some crabs in months without an R. Jeez. So here we are the next day. Let's see how we go. Had a lot of rain overnight. Oh yeah, I like the looks of him. So get in the boat and get those others out and get him measured up. So we'll have a look in a sec. So we're coming up on our second pot here. Grab it. Again, remembering we're in July here, where the theory goes you can't catch crabs in months without an R, but it's not true, folks, particularly after some rain. But we've got one. Let's just see. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks. Look at those big claws on that. The big claws and that shape of that carapace means that's a big buck. And he looks nice and full, but we'll check him in a moment But that's a good crab. That's a lovely crab. So let's get his little mate and fish out and then have a good look at him. Cheers. So here we are back for our crab, and we know there's the point-to-point measure. He is well and truly legal. Look at that. That is a ripper. Those big claws, and there is the V underneath indicating a male. So he's going in the pot with his mate. In he goes. So there we are. There's another beautiful buck in winter. So here we are. That's our final pot. Oh, what have we got? What have we got? Oh, we've got another big buck in there. Have a look at that. Down there, those big claws. And I think his mates definitely aren't legal, so we'll get them back. But another good muddy. So there we go, 3 out of 4 pots. Is a great result in July in winter when there's not supposed to be any crabs. Just before I get these crabs out, here's another handy hint. These plastic hooks are fantastic. I've got these, picked these up from Gardener's Fisheries at Rainbow Beach. They really, stop you pinching your fingers, or it can be a real struggle to get those metal hooks over. And that's a great little tip and invention to save yourself a bit of grief, particularly if the kid's trying to pull it across. So something easy, but a good little invention. There's a bigger one out. Have a look at that. That's a nice crab. Great little session. Muddy mangrove roots, banks after rain in winter, doesn't matter. Some good July crabs. Cheers, folks.